It begins quietly, not as a curse, but as protection. A small tremor of uncertainty. A simple, what if? You tell yourself you're just being careful, just making sure. Slowly, you start replaying, rewriting, rehearsing, mistaking vigilance for peace. One replay becomes two becomes a loop. And somewhere between understanding and obsession, the voice stops sounding like guidance and starts sounding like law. You think you're still in control, but the truth is, your thoughts are starting to control you. It's exhausting living with a mind that never rests. Every silence hums, every pause loaded with meaning. You replay moments that ended hours ago, as if thought alone could change them. You try to quiet the noise, but silence only amplifies it. You see 10 versions of every possibility and rehearse all of them before breakfast. Even joy carries conditions. You measure it, question it, prepare for its loss. But the bad comes with good, too. It sharpens you, allows you to read rooms like weather, feel the temperature of a sentence, hear the storm beneath someone's smile. But the same radar that detects danger starts picking up every frequency. Each glance a code to decipher, every word an omen, imagining consequences never to come. The talent becomes a task, the gift an occupation. You become the editor-in-chief of your own life, running a newspaper that never prints. Your mind becomes a hallway of mirrors, every reflection asking what you could have done differently. You walk through corridors of almost decisions, every door leading to another version of the same room, every hallway looping back to the same question. What if? You are both architect and prisoner in the maze of your own mind. The air grows thin here. You forget what quiet sounds like. You forget that life can exist without commentary. The body sits still, but the mind runs marathons. You watch yourself live from a distance, building castles of what-ifs, then burying yourself inside the blueprints. Some nights, you can almost hear your thoughts breathing. Other nights, you beg them to stop. But like quicksand, the harder you struggle to escape, the deeper you sink. Every attempt to outthink your thoughts only teaches them how to hold on tighter, because they still believe they're protecting you. They don't know they've become the danger. It didn't start as madness. It started as safety. When the world once felt unpredictable, your mind learned to survive by predicting it. You searched for patterns, for signs that pain was coming, because if you could see it early enough, maybe you could stop it. Control became comfort, certainty became love, and thinking became the only way to feel safe. But safety is a hungry thing. It asks for vigilance, then for perfection, then for surrender. But overthinking isn't always born from chaos. Sometimes it's born from fear of the unknown. You think and think and think, a desperate attempt to turn uncertainty into certainty. The mind tries to think its way out of life's unpredictability, to reason its way into control. But the loop never closes, because no amount of thinking can make the future behave. For some, overthinking grew in the soil of perfectionism. You were praised for being the one who noticed, who prepared, who always knew what to do. So when doubt arrives, it feels like failure. You measure your worth in accuracy and your peace in performance. You think because it's how you've always earned your place. And sometimes the mind simply mistakes noise for progress. Anxiety presents a false reward, the illusion that thinking is action. Each loop feels productive, each worry feels protective. But worry is only the body's way of standing guard long after the war has ended. In the mind's theatre, Thought masquerades as progress, yet it's only motion without movement. And for many, it began when you stopped trusting yourself. You were doubted, dismissed, misread, so you learned to second-guess your own perception. When you don't trust your instincts or emotions, every conclusion feels shaky. Instead of acting, you rethink. Instead of feeling, you verify. Until even your intuition sounds like a stranger's voice. Because the distrust is internal, no amount of thinking restores confidence. Overthinking becomes a sick loop. I don't trust my mind enough to stop thinking. So overthinking isn't one story, it's many. Sometimes it's fear wearing intelligence. Sometimes it's care disguised as control. And sometimes it's the sound of a mind that learned to stay awake long after it was safe to sleep. Still, it isn't all torment. Your mind is capable of extraordinary things. You see patterns where others see noise, connections hiding in the spaces between moments. You sense moods before they're spoken, possibilities that others overlook. Your empathy runs deep. You hear the tremor in a voice, feel the heaviness someone tucks behind a smile. This curse began as a kind of brilliance, an imagination too vast for the moment it was born into. You feel everything twice, once in the world, and once when you relive it. That depth is what makes you kind, creative, alive, but it's also what keeps you awake. The gift and the burden share the same heartbeat. Overthinking doesn't just stop at you. It seeps into the spaces between you and everyone else. A delayed reply becomes rejection. An unanswered look becomes evidence. You replay conversations, not to win them, but to stay inside them a little longer, searching for the version where everything made sense. You apologize too much. You over-explain. You build peace treaties no one asked for. You crave closeness, but you don't trust ease. You mistake calm for distance, and reassurance becomes the air you breathe. When someone says it's fine, you hear a riddle. You go searching for what they didn't say, because your mind was trained to believe that love speaks in subtext. There is no perfect thought waiting to save you, no final analysis that will make life certain. Peace doesn't come from knowing, it comes from trusting. You don't have to silence the mind, you just have to stop obeying it. When a thought returns for the 100th time, let it knock, just don't open the door. When the voice says what if, you can say, I'll handle it when it comes. This is not surrender, it's release. The curse was never the thinking, it was believing it could keep you safe. And when you finally exhale, you'll realize the noise never needed to disappear. It just needed to stop being the only sound you trusted. You stand at the edge of your thoughts and see their only weather, passing through, never permanent. You don't have to solve the storm. You only have to stop pretending it's the sky. The mind will keep speaking, but now you know how to listen without getting lost beneath its voice. That isn't silence. It's peace.